you've been adamant that the Chiefs, Ravens, and Bills are the top teams in the AFC, but Buffalo just had a very embarrassing showing. So were you, Nick Wright, too high on Buffalo? Wow.
Maybe. Now, there's just a lot of things they got to tighten up. They oddly, on the other hand, really do need their number one receiver, Khalil Shakir. He seems to be the only guy that Josh Allen really is on the same page as. And listen, Allen throwing the ball 30 times and completing 9 passes has literally never happened in NFL history before. So he was brutal in this game. But my biggest concern for the Bills, one of them, I have 2 overarching concerns about the Bills. One is when they play top flight offenses, is their defensive personnel going to be able to keep up? And Houston, when Nico Collins was in the game, ate him up. Then Nico went out, and that now is a sneaky, massive injury because they called him day to day, and then they changed it to week to week. It's a hamstring, and hamstrings are tricky. And CJ in that passing offense immediately throttled down once Nico Collins, who had been up to this point, a top 3 receiver in football this year, once he went out. So that part of it worries me. The other thing that worries me is, of course, Sean McDermott in big spots. And, it's been discussed at this point ad nauseum, but their approach at the end of that football game was bananas. And now, if you want to say we have to pick up a first down, so be it. But you also have to have the context of this. I know they're not claiming this, but I watched that football game. Man, the guy you asked to drop back and pass 3 times, and he kept chucking it deep, I'm pretty sure 15 minutes prior was knocked unconscious on the field. I watched that hit Josh Allen took. I watched him lay prone on the field. I watched them give him smelling salts. And for the NFL as a league, I think has done a good job with concussion protocol. In that spot, I thought that was a total failure for them to let him just run back on the field. And then for the Bills to call deep bombs for a quarterback who had been having a brutal day and I thought just got knocked unconscious. So maybe I was a touch too high on Buffalo, but here's the thing. They are going to win that division easily, and then you've got an excellent quarterback in a home playoff game, as at worst the 4 seed. So I think because the Jets just fired their coach. So I don't think they're in great shape. And the Dolphins don't know if their quarterback's coming back. And the Patriots are the worst team in football.
With that division looking like that, and with the game that they just had, do you think that there's any pressure on them to go and get Devontae Adams?
So I think that's the number 1 team that should go get Devontae Adams. I do. I think that would fix a lot of what ails them for this year. Now, you do that if you think you can really contend this year, because he's gone after this year and you're trading a draft pick. So it's a risky decision, but if you think you can really contend this year, then you go do that. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to get more from the show, and make sure to click the bell to get notified every time new content drops. Check out full episodes of What's Right wherever you get your podcasts, or just click the link in the description below.